A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Thursday night edition of the show. And of course, on a Thursday night, we will give you all that you need to know, particularly if you're a lover of basketball. There's plenty of basketball on the program tonight. Femi Adefesa will be joining me later on, and together we'll take a look at all that is going on the domestic scene, and of course a slice of what is going on as well abroad. But that will be later on Sports Tonight. Starting off the show with me this Thursday, my immediate Tunde Koiki keeps his place, and of course Dumnodi Okonta is also on the show tonight. Gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Sports Tonight this Thursday.
Thank you very much.
A lot to talk about, Dumnodi, plenty to look forward to. The Flying Eagles, the Golden Eaglets by SI United. A lot of interesting stuff, Dumnodi, to look forward to.
Good evening, it's my pleasure.
All right, but let me tell you that our usual way of starting the show is to tell you that it's not all about sitting here and talking. You have a crucial role to play in making this show a complete show. Let's be very interactive. We'd like to hear your thoughts. We'd like to hear your opinion. And that is why we feel that you should be the major part of what we're doing on the program tonight via our feedback platforms. And you can see on your screen how you can be a part of what we're doing on the show tonight. Facebook is there. Twitter is there. Please go on, be active with us, interact with us, give us your own opinion to issues as we raise them on the show tonight. We will try to give plenty of time to dealing with some of your opinion and reflecting your thoughts to millions of those who are watching online and on all platforms this Thursday. Let me also tell you that on the program tonight, we will, of course, take you to Spain, bring you highlights of what happened yesterday. Real Madrid have a trophy in the bag. It looks like Barcelona will be ending this season empty-handed. Okay, someone said they already have a trophy from the Super Cup or from the Spanish Super Cup, I think. But it looks like this is not the best of seasons for Barcelona. We will take a look at all of that as we go along on the show tonight, all right? So let's take you to the Agege Stadium. What happened at Agege Stadium a couple of days ago? Nigeria's Golden Eaglets played a friendly against Pepsi Academy, and it was a one-sided affair. But we want you to sit back and watch the quality of our Golden Eaglets and the very beautiful outfit they used in playing that game, Dumnodi. Beautiful, beautiful outfit. Which of these two is Nigeria, Dumnodi? Wow, beautiful black and white. We're used to seeing green, but this time we're seeing black and white. But sit back, enjoy the highlights, and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight. Yeah. In case you didn't, hear about that game, let me tell you that the game ended 9-0 in favor of the Golden Eaglets. Not just that the scoreline was huge and wide, it was the way the Golden Eaglets played that game. I don't know how you want to describe it, Tunde, but these boys are looking golden already. Yeah. Perfect understanding. I'm told a lot of them actually tried out with the last sets and were being groomed from the last set, and it's already showing like these guys can do what their seniors did.
Well, they haven't done the MRI test yet, so we'll just have to.
We don't know how many will be decimated again.
But if from what I've seen, I think they've learned quite good lessons from the coaching crew. It was interesting to see their pressing game, their aggressiveness in trying to win the ball back, and also they also got into particularly interesting positions. They played through the flanks, never through the middle. Even when someone was in an angled position, he preferred to play the ball back into the middle to someone who had a better sight at goal. The people who are driven into the box from the angle, they could have taken shots as well, but they had taught them something. At that age, you expect someone to sky the ball into the net, but they have taught them something, that selfishness doesn't really pay, that is a team effort rather than individual glory. And those are key lessons that they should be learning at this age now. Pressing. They are young, they are vibrant. They should be able to run the entire gamut of the field for 90 minutes, pressing their opponents relentlessly, and also how to ensure that a player who is in a better position is allowed to take the chance that they create. So it's early days yet. One might question the quality of opposition they met in the Pepsi Academy, but they will meet tougher tests along the way. And if they can put up these kind of performances, I'm sure there's plenty for us to look forward to.
Let's take a look at how those boys, we're stringing those passes together again, Dumnodi. And this time, Tony talked about tougher tests for the boys, more difficult games for the boys. I just hope that we can see those pictures again so that as we talk, we can highlight a few things that we discovered from these boys. Dumnodi, they are going to be going for the WAFU tournament in Togo. Very, very key. That's going to be a bigger test because they're going to be playing national teams, not just select side, like these ones that they played against Pepsi Football Academy.
But the beauty of this set is that, like you mentioned, they tried out in the last generation, but they couldn't.
The last set of boys,
Golden Eagles,
the world champions.
The fact is that Amunike is doing what they did. The template has already been laid. So you can see the kind of goals scored. You can see the beauty of some of those goals. See the way they string passes. So it means the understanding is solid. If a player makes a run, the next player will know that when this player makes this run, this is how the ball will go.
And he wants the ball in those positions.
Yes, and because when they get into the box, first look
at the pressing game, the way they were hunting down the ball, carrying the opposition,
winning balls in crucial areas.
It was very, very, very good to watch. And they've also shown another side of their game,
this was
shooting outside the box.
Yeah.
If you have different ways of getting goals, not necessarily from the flanks. If you have
we saw this a lot. We saw this a lot with the team that won the World Cup.
Yes. That was one of those things that we
get goals anyhow.
Yeah, if you can't get good through regular play, just get from shots like that because you never can tell where whether the ball can get to the back of the net because the beauty of shot at under 17 level is that if you take a slight deflection. You are likely going to find the back of the net. So you look at the build-up to some of these goals. See the way they were able to sell dummies as quickly as possible. If you find a player who is free, you can score easily.
In the
give
box,
him the ball.
They will still look for someone who is better.
And look at the composure in finishing. It's difficult to see this at this level because these are young boys
Look at this again. From here, he could have taken the shot, but he still squared it to someone who was better placed. So I'm particularly pleased with this. But yes, you might question the quality of the position. I thought the goalkeeper was a bit dodgy as well in his positioning and in his handling. But like you said, they will meet stiffer tests at the Waffle tournament. They will meet players who might not exactly be 17, who might be a bit older. I mean, look at this. I thought the keeper should or could have done better. He actually got a hand to it. Maybe because the fact it was a snapshot, maybe that was what sold him out. But I mean, it's early days yet. But if they keep this up, I think we have cause for optimism.
Of course, delightful to watch, the Golden Eaglets. But as we said, still early days, still a lot of work to do. But it looks like Manuel Emunike is on the right track. Tunde raised a very good point. MRI test hasn't come yet, so you don't know how many of these boys will eventually scale the hurdle and then be a part of the Golden Eaglets. But let's see how well they perform at the Waffle tournament. That will give us an idea of how far these boys will go.